we hashtag everything like when the Yankees are playing. So it's helpful that we all should, you know, us as a community should all utilize social networks since it's now 2014. And, you know, like for instance, my birthday's coming up next month. So all my invites went through Facebook, and Facebook is a very good tool of getting all your friends together.
I would say that I connect more online than in person, especially living in New York City where people, my friends and people I work with live in various parts, and it's sometimes hard to coordinate and to see people, whether that's to socialize or to do organizing work or things like that. So yeah, I definitely say I probably like through text and Facebook and email.
I communicate more in person than in social media, because even on phone, to talk to someone even by phone, I think is a more connected way to speak. Text, I think, would never have the same effect or impact as, again, seeing the person. It's just all that other stuff that's going on when you're face-to-face with someone.
I guess I'd have to say it's probably split. It's probably half and half. I communicate a lot with my younger sisters, social media-wise, Facebook and that type of thing. But I still speak with, you know, friends every day, face-to-face, things like that. I guess if it comes down to, like, it might be more social media, which is kind of sad to say, but I guess that makes more sense. That's how I communicate with my family now. They live in Boston, so it's usually via text message or Facebook, that type of thing.
Absolutely. I think that when you communicate person to person, you not only convey what you're saying, the words, but you're also conveying your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, your face, and it's a much deeper connection. I think one of the good examples is very often people send an email to somebody and it's misunderstood.
I think it depends on the generation. When I talk to my dad, he's still kind of, via social media, he'll compose it like an email, so it seems less personal. When I speak to my sisters, they're much more versed in it. They're younger. My sister's 17, so she's in high school, so I think it's pretty much all she does. So it seems a lot more personal with her, but that's a huge difference. But I guess I don't think it seems less personal.
The people that I talk to online, I tend to see because they're friends, but we also do kind of informal work together. So I would say in that respect, it's more or less the same in terms of what we talk about. Yeah.
Yes, someone did break up with me in high school via AIM, which was AOL Instant Messenger. They called me on the phone and we had like an hour-long conversation, and then he ended up breaking up with me on AIM. So yes.
No, thank God. It would be very heart-wrenching because that's like, sometimes people miscommunicate social networks and they don't use it properly. Not everyone uses it properly.
I don't know if it would have hurt less, but it's kind of a common decency. Like, when you're going to do something that's important like that, you should probably do it face-to-face. Doing it on social media seems like a cop-out.
And I think, like, since we're all behind the phone and the camera, like, people are afraid to talk face-to-face. And so I think, like, when you get into a relationship, you should stress the fact that you need to speak to each other on the phone and not text right off the bat.
I wouldn't allow it. If they did that, I'd go to their door and say, what's going on here?
I would probably say it was the opposite, actually. I don't know if it's just being a girl. I mean, maybe I'm thinking of like different things, but I feel like girls say things to other girls that if a boy said, they'd probably be in trouble.
Oh, I think so, definitely. I think it's not the 1930s anymore, and it's now the 2000s, and I think men and women are actually equal now.
I think in some ways it's more acceptable for boys sometimes to make certain types of comments, and I think oftentimes it's considered less acceptable for girls and women to say comments, especially when boys say things that aren't nice about girls, commenting on them, and it's not really seen as
that's still left over. I think that's part of our society, but I think there's a lot less of that going on because there are women that speak up pretty loud now. So I think we're moving away from that. I think there are sometimes things nobody should say, but I think we're working towards that. So I think that's a positive here.
Okay.